You know what? I usually wait until my lifetime has gone, but I'm not doing that today. Thank you all so much for being here, because I know I have taken a massive break for the last couple of weeks. So it's fantastic to be back with you guys. Obviously, I'm a lot healthier than what I was a couple of weeks ago. I would have sounded like Roz from Monsters Inc. had I gone live at that point. So none of you guys would have been happy with that. I'd have been sat here like, you need to cut your card. So that wouldn't have been fun. So I know I've been saying hi in the chat anyway, but I'm going to say hello to Jana. Hi, Dawn. Hi, a New York Beauty. Hello, Kazmataz, otherwise known as the Crafty Chimp. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Pam. Hello, Lynn Morton. Welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you are well. It is, again, so fantastic to have you all here with me. And, especially considering I've taken such a long break. So, big hearts go out to all of you. So, thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm just going to adjust that camera a little bit because I think it was a little bit high. So, you're all going to obviously, you're all going to want to be knowing what I'm going to be making. So, this is the kind of the little something that I made earlier on, because I just wanted to make a sample so that you guys can see. So we will be using some pearl. Hello, Panda Crafts. Welcome on in. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. You've been on a break too, have you, Dawn? Oh, bless. So we've used quite a lot in this card, actually. So I'll be using some perfect pearls, because we all love some perfect pearls, and some distress sprays, and I'll be using the lovely, I don't know if you can actually catch the glitter there. I don't know if it's showing up as well as I'd like it to, but you can kind of see that there is the shimmer coming through. Hopefully you can see that. Hi, Suzette. Welcome on in, my lovely. On the moon. Oh, well, I say on the moon. It's basically a circle. But yeah. We've used some lovely Tim Holtz dies. So I'm just going to bring those in so you can have a quick look. Now, these are from the Tim Holtz Vault collection, and what we're going to be using this evening. So obviously I used quite a few from this set, which is the Wicked set, and the coffin box, because it's got that lovely alphabet there. So we will be using these this evening. I believe they're still available on some websites, but they are absolutely fantastic, and if you don't have them, I would suggest you get them if you are into Halloween like I am. We will also, how we managed to get that effect of the moon, be using a mylar circle that I die cut a while ago, using these lovely die cuts, and we'll be sizing down as we go through on that. For the perfect pearls, we will be using the perfect pearl. So this is literally a little ranger pot of perfect pearls. They've been out for like 200 or 300 years. I'm sure you guys probably already know how to use them. And we will also be using the perfect medium pad to go with that as well. So we have those, and I have already, because you know I'm a bit crazy like this, and you know what I'm like. We already have a 6x6 card that I've already pre-made, ready to go. Not just that, as you can see on the writing here, that I used some oh gosh, what is it? Gilding wax. So I've already pre-prepared a little strip of black cardstock with the gilding wax across it. It's in a smeary fashion so that it's going to give those letters a really nice look. Hello Tracy, welcome on in. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you're well, my lovely. You don't have to worry about being late, because I've just been chatting rubbish really for the last couple of minutes. So it's great to have you here. Oh bless! I was so happy that all you guys are here, because, like, seriously, I was a little bit nervous, and I was kind of a bit like, I know sometimes how things can kind of fall behind when you take time off. So, Lynn, perfect pearls are the Ranger's equivalent of what Crafter's Companion have just come out with. So, what they are these lovely little powders, which are coloured. If I actually use the blue one, you might be able to see it a bit better. So I've got a blue one just here. How did I manage to cut the Mylar? Rhonda, I just used a normal die cut. A normal circle die cut. So in this powder pot is obviously a pigment powder, and also there is a lot of mica in there as well. So that will give an absolutely lovely effect when we put that out onto our cardstock. I hear you guys shout, well, what does it look like? How are we going to know how fantastic it looks, Gaz? Well, here's what I did earlier. So I just stamped out that lovely feather, and then I went over the top of it using the Perfect Pearl powder, and it came out looking like that. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's fabulous. And it's not just stamping that you can use that with. You can also use it with stencils. Really, the list is kind of endless. All we're going to be what we're going to be doing is using it around the outside of our circle here to give that kind of like spacey effect, which I think is pretty cool. Let's see. I've been on a shopping hold, but I've been sewing tons. I lurk at new sewing at Sue, yeah, and you. Oh, cool. A New York Beauty on YouTube. Ooh, do you do YouTube, a New York Beauty? Because I will have to come and find you. If you do. Well, sorry, I'm just catching up with all of the chatting on the... Why is that so high up? I really ought to... There we go. Is that better? I think that's better. I think it's better. Right, I will have to follow you after I'm done on my live. So all I'm going to do with my Mylar circle here. Oh, hey Gavin, welcome on in, my friend. How you doing? I've put some repositionable adhesive on the back of my Mylar circle, so it's not going to come off, and it's just going to sit there. Now, I would normally use a blending tool, but unfortunately this pad really does not work quite well with that. So I'm just going to have to kind of take the pad directly to it. I think, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use, and I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to try it, because that's what we do here. We try things and see if it works, and if it works then it's great. If it's not, then we try and figure out a different way. So I'm just going to get a blending tool with my watermark ink here, and I'm going to see if I can actually put the watermark ink down onto the cardstock around that Mylar circle. I'm hoping this is going to work, but you know, if it doesn't, we'll find something else. We'll figure it out. There we go. We shall try that. And now I'm going to remove my circle, and I'm going to go in with my Perfect Pearls. Now this is something you only need the smidgeniest bit of, and I've just put absolutely loads on there. So this could go one of two ways. We're about to find out. I think I need a piece of paper to go underneath this, but I don't know where I've put my copy paper. So let's see if I've got some in this printer, and I shall steal a piece of it and put it back later. There we go. Just pop that underneath there, and I'm going to come in with my fan brush. Now this is the important thing, because it's kind of like, it's a thing. Right. That's not quite the effect that I was going for, but you know what? It works, and I think it actually looks really cool anyway. So it may not be the exact effect that I was going for, but it works. You can definitely see there's a definitive outline from that, And I think it looks really, really sparkly. And also, I haven't wasted any of that perfect pearl powder that I put down. Hello, Sylv. Welcome on in, my lovely. Hello, Glow. Welcome in. Trying to get keeping up with the chat as well. I know I'm just having one of those days today, aren't I? Right, there we go. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a... And let's see... Haha! Now it will give the effect that I want it to. There we go. So we've cleaned up the inner circle there. I think we might just have a little bit of a tidy around the outer edge as well. There we go. That is looking fabulous. There we go. And that is pretty much actually what I wanted. So there we go. Now I'm just going to give that a spritz with some water to set it. Now you don't have to just use water. You can also use cheap hairspray. That will work, and it also probably works a little bit better than what I'm doing. But you know. So yeah, it does. It looks exactly like an eclipse. That is the effect that I was going for. So we do have that as a good starting point. And I'm just going to dab that centre dry because we don't want the card to buckle too much. Now I'm just going to pull out my circle dies. Woo. And I'm going to see which one is actually the next size down that I wanted. Now, I think that one's going to be a bit too small. So I'm thinking that perhaps, yeah, I think that one's going to be the best one for us to use. So I'm just going to set my card to the side for a moment. I've got my circle die. And I'm going to come in with my there's a big watercolor card. So I'm just going to pop that down on there, and I've got some low tack tape that I keep next to me, and then the fun part is choosing the colours that we're going to spray all over it, because this is going to be fun. We're going to make a mess. I know I don't normally get excited about making a mess, because those of you who've been here like before and for quite some time will know that I do not like a mess. But in this case I do like a mess because it's going to look really, really cool, and it's going to be contained. So let's just peel that back up and pop that back on there. So I am using just normal watercolour cardstock for this circle, guys. And I'm going to pull out my die cutting sandwich. If I can figure out where I put it. There it is. Ta-da! And we'll just take that extra shim out because we don't need that. And I'm going to be cutting into my magic mat today. So it's just a normal die cutting sandwich. One plate, one frosted shim, one magnetic. I'm just going to set up my die cutting machine. A contained mess. Oh, Gloria, yes, it's going to be a contained mess. What the heck does that even look like? Wow, you're going to see what it looks like in just a few minutes. Please bear with me whilst we get to the contained mess. Right, so now we have our lovely, perfectly cut circle of watercolour cardstock. And now, this is the fun part, I'm going to bring down some of my Distress Oxide sprays, starting with Villainous Potion, Lost Shadow, and Twisted Citron. Now, we do need to, unfortunately, perform the shaky to wakey routine. Rhonda, those circle dies were just ones that I purchased from Craftelier. So they're just a circle, just a generic circle die that were produced by them. But you can obviously get other circle dies. And there we go, those have nicely mixed. And then all we have to do is shake up the last one. Oh, you're more than welcome, sweetheart. Oh, I'll tell you what, I went to the gym yesterday and I lifted loads of heavy things because I'm on this kick at the moment. I want to lose weight, I want to get healthier, so I'm going to the gym. I had a PT session and I have never spent so much money on a bloke kicking my backside in the wrong way. And now when I'm doing shaky to wakey, my arms are like, no. So, anyway, back to the matter at hand. Contained mess. Here we go. Here is my spray booth. Now, for those of you who may not have been around for it, but I actually made this spray booth. The video is on my channel if you do want to make one for yourself. It is a lovely spray booth, I feel, because it's got all this lovely paper around the outside, and I think it's really cool. I've had this now for just over a year, and you know, it's still as good as the day I made it. So I'm bringing in my circle, and I'm going to start with my Lost Shadow spray, and I'm going to spray it somewhere it doesn't need to be. So I'm going to angle it down to where it needs to be. And I'm probably going way overboard with this. Hi Shay, welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you're doing well. I'm having a great time. And I'm just going to come in with the other colours as well. Just giving them a few little spritzes. And because I've got it a bit hard with that purple, I'm going to come back over with a bit more of that. I get a kick out of my silly coincidences. New York's beauty's name is Mike, and my dad was from Brooklyn, and his name was... Oh, cool. I didn't know his name was Mike. I'm an idiot. Obviously, I probably should have known that somewhere along the line. I'm so sorry. And that is actually looking really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that out of there for just 1 second. And I'm just going to do that. And you know what? I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it because I want to try and... I'm thinking that's going to look... Oh, wow. Whoa. That's going to look cool on a project at some point. We'll be keeping that to the side. Thank you very much. And I'm just going to clean this bit off. Good maintenance on your... well, good cleaning on your spray booth will mean it will last you longer. And this is why I do a lovely... I'm going to pop that back on there, and I'm just going to bring in my heat tool. And we're going to get this layer nice and dry. Now, I do still have a few little puddly bits there. I don't want to really say that they're puddly. But I'm just going to dab them with my cloth, and it gives such a really nice effect, I feel. So, that's not where we're stopping. I know some of you will be aware that I'm actually quite an avid fan of Brutus Monroe. I say that like it, you know. I'm like, Brutus Monroe. Now, I have some lovely sprays from him. I've got some chroma mists. I'm going to use a little bit of the orange glow. And I'm going to use a little bit of the yellow green. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to use the green glow instead, because I think that's going to look a little bit more, punchier. So I'm just going to give those a quick shake. And wow, this is really going to layer up to look really, really cool. And I'm just going to bring back in that heat tool. No, actually, before I do that, I'm just going to pop that up there a second, because I don't want that to stick to my... Dal would be shouting, "It's Neon!" Hello, Donnelly. Welcome on in. I believe you are a new face, are you not? It's lovely to have you here, and I hope you're doing well today. These ones are not mica-based glow, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they are not mica-based. I wish they were, because I do like a bit of sparkle in me spritz. So there we go. We've layered that up quite nicely, and I think it does kind of look a bit moony, like a moon. I think it feels a bit like a moon somewhere along the way. So that should be perfect. And I'm not going to stick it down just yet, but you can see there how that is then going to sit in there, and it's going to give that amazing kind of like in space type of feel. I think it looks really cool. But you know, that's me. Now, before we stick that down, we're going to use this lovely spatula. And this is a little concoction that I made myself. Now, this is nothing more than, oh gosh, is it matte? It's not matte Mod Podge. It's the shiny Mod Podge, I want to say. Is it luster? Is it? Let me just check. I believe it's gloss Mod Podge. Gloss Mod Podge and some iridescent glitter. And I made this about 6 months ago, and it's still as perfect as the day that I made it. So I'm just going to spread some of this across the moon, because you know, a lot of you guys will know that I absolutely love sparkles. No gilding flakes, I'm afraid. There, Kazmataz. No gilding flakes at all, ever. Swearing at us with that G word. I feel that this is the safest way to apply glitter to a project, I would say. But that's just me. And I'm not doing anything particular here. I'm just kind of going around and just popping a little bit down and spreading it across. Not in any particular fashion, and it doesn't have to cover the entire thing. But there we go. And hopefully you guys might be able to see how that oh wow, look at that. Can you see it? I think it looks brilliant. I mean, to me it looks fantastic. That iridescence is just, oh, it's fantastic. I could sit and do this for hours. Just sit here looking at the glitter going, ooh, it's exciting. I'm such a child. I'm absolutely such a child. But that is ultra-fine glitter in some gloss Mod Podge, and it's in its own little container. I made it up itself, and that's actually lasted longer than some glitter pastes that I have purchased from particular craft companies. It's better than we are seeing. It really does look absolutely fantastic, and it does look a lot better in person than what you can see on the screen. So now what I'm going to do with this, the other one I stuck down flat, and I want to kind of like pump this, I want this to stand up a bit. So I am going to use some of my foam pads. Oh, should I use, oh no, I'm going to use foam tape actually, because I've got a lot of foam tape. I've got a lot of foam tape and I don't have a lot of foam pads, so I'm just going to cut down some foam tape here. So it's going to be a little bit more of a three-dimensional feel than what the other one was. Yeah, I do hope that everybody in the US at the moment is staying safe with this whole situation that's going on with the weather. I did see on the news just before I went live that a storm's just due to hit Miami, isn't it? So I do hope that everyone, if you are there or should be there, I hope you're not and that you're somewhere safe. Alright, there we go. Ooh, it's still so pretty. Sorry, I get distracted easily. So I'm just going to peel these off, he says. Oh, he says he's going to peel them. Maybe if I get a pokey tool involved, instead of trying to pull that backing off with my fingers, because I was actually a good boy and trimmed my nails before I went live. Yeah, pray for Florida. Bless. I do feel so bad. It's going to be awful. I mean, for you, I believe your president has like issued a warning as well, hasn't he? Saying that it's basically life or death that you leave. And I did see some people that are like, oh, we believe that God's going to protect us and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's great that you believe that, because, you know, I do think that, you know, everyone should have their beliefs, but I hope that's not the last time that I see those people alive on TV, you know what I mean? It's very sad, it is, and I feel really bad. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of my Hallowwwweeeeenn glue to the back of this. So it's just a solvent-based glue, so you can use any solvent-based glue. And it gives me a bit of wiggle time in making sure that these are... that I can fit this in the circle so that it actually sits. Oh, wow. How cool is that? I am pretty darn happy with that. I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty darn happy with that indeed. I could just sit and look at the sparkles all. It's like, okay, that's the end of the live, guys. I'm too busy. I've got to go and stare at my sparkly. I've got to sit and stare at my sparkles. I can't help but sit and stare at it. Right, so we're going to actually move on to do some die cutting, which may or may not actually happen, because apparently I'm going to sit and stare at sparkles like I'm a crow or a raven, you know, whichever. I just need to quickly... I do apologise, guys. Better I do it like that than have it fall out of my face. Welcome to Handcrafted by Gaz with me, Gaz, warts and all. Right. So, I haven't put without any papers. Card paper. Yeah. So I'm thinking we're going to use that. I'm going to have to get some... Oh no, that was the wrong one. See, now this is me trying to use up my scraps before I go ripping into new cardstock, people, so... I do apologise about not being 100% ready, because I am a bit naughty sometimes. Yeah, that will do. We'll use that strip. And I'm just thinking about colours. So, we will use... Yeah, we'll use that one as well. We've got stars, we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. Oh, have I got a bit of grey? Oh, you know what, actually? We're going to bring in a bit of purple. There we go. Hi, Laurie. Oh, thank you for popping in and saying hi. I really appreciate that, my lovely. And big congratulations to Laurie as well, because she's just hit, like, loads of super duper subscribers. So if you're not following her, hop on over to her channel, watch a video. If you like what you see, then subscribe to her. She does some amazing concept cards and stuff like that, so make sure you go and have a look. She is fabulous. Right, I'm just going to stick that down on there. So I think a lot of these will actually fit through my small die cutting machine. Oh, you're more than welcome, sweetheart. Anytime. Absolutely. Absolutely anytime. Right. Now, I'm not so sure, because that's not as nice yellow as what I used earlier on. So, I believe I might have... Come here. Oh, I have to stand up to get... What a day. What a day, people. What a day. Right. There it is. Let's just pull that out. So we got some nice... I'm actually having to use a whole piece of card. This is crazy. It's new. And everything. So I'm just going to snip that down. So I'm going to do my moon and my star. Oh, wow. Talk about... That was a great guesstimation, because guesstimation. Us here in the UK don't have any idea how bad it gets over there. Yeah, to be fair, we do have some rubbish weather, but it's nowhere near in comparison to what you guys in America get. I don't know if I would be able to cope with living in that kind of situation, because it's quite a it's a doozy. And we're going to do this little cat as well. I was hoping that he would fit on there, but it's not a problem, because we do still have some more card. And plus, it's good to use my supplies right, because I don't know if all of you guys know or not, but in the next couple of weeks, I might be relocating to a new premises. So... the more I use now, the less I have to pack, right? So, there we go. Where am I? Oh, yes, I wanted to use that for that, didn't I? So we're going to do the little mouse as well. This is such a cute little die. I mean, it's the tiniest die ever, but it's a cute little... It's a cute die. It's gorgeous. It's adorable. Yeah, it is going to be a lot of work, Glow, especially considering the amount of craft stuff I have. I'm not contemplating having to... Well, I'm just not thinking about it right now. Until Drunk Gaz gets loose. We do not talk about Drunk Gaz. Drunk Gaz is naughty. Drunk Gaz is very, very naughty. We don't let him out anymore. He's not allowed. He's forbidden did from leaving. Oh. I can't even imagine packing up my craft supplies right now. The thought makes me want to throw up. Seriously, Glow, Drunk Gaz is very, very naughty. He may make an appearance in a couple of weeks. You never know. Right, so we've got all of those ready to die cut. Why do I feel like there's something important that I'm missing? I do feel like there's something important that I've not cut, or got ready to cut. Oh, I think the guys are here to pick up my sofa. Oh, see you later, Rhonda, and I hope that they pick up the sofa properly. Is that the word I'm looking for? Why did I get that orange card out? I don't even know why I got that out. Drunk Gaz, yeah, he does make people laugh. He is lovely. No love to craft. That's what we're going to be using for the letters. So that's just a piece of black cardstock that I've gone over with some gilding wax. I don't know what made me get out the orange cardstock, but there we go. I moved my craft room a few years ago. I may have unpacked and set that up before any other room. Well, to be honest, that may or may not happen when I move. Oh, new Dyson just turned up. Wow, deliveries at this late at night. That's crazy. I have been going on a bit of a crafty Halloween splurge with buying, he says. So there will be another Halloween stream in approximately 2 weeks' time. Oh, thank you very much, darling. I hope you have a lovely time doing whatever it is that you're going to go do with your daughter. And thank you for stopping in. It is greatly appreciated, my darling. Have a wonderful evening. There we... Oh, now I know why I got the orange card out. I remember. Oh, come on, out you come, darling. Out you come. You're behaving like I do when I'm drunk. She's naughty. Right, now pop that back on there. This time, I'm not going to lose any of the die cuts, because that happened earlier on. I lost a bat. So we've got our 2 bats, and now I remember why I got the orange card out. Because we're going to cut her out in orange too. Why am I doing... I do this, and I'm like, where's the scissors? I want scissors. Losing what's left of my sanity. Well, there was no sanity to start with. What can we... What am I chatting? There we go. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to cut a few bits off of it to put onto that lovely black die cut that we've just done. Now, I'm running this through a few times each way because I'm using a manual die cutting machine here. And I don't know the strength, because this is like, it's almost dead. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting effective cuts. Light bulb moment there. Yes, it was. It was a total light bulb moment, Trace. Absolutely. We may end up actually cutting her out 3 times. But there we go. And just for now, I'm going to move that out of the way. And we're going to do our surgery. Right. So, we're going to cut off her legs. And we're going to cut off her arms. This is going to be the fun part, right? Because I'm not super duper great at doing things like this. So, I managed it earlier on. But this is now. So, things could be very different by the time I finish. So, hopefully, it should end up looking correct when I stick it on the right leg. Because I didn't stick that on the right leg. See, look. This is why I said. There we go. It looks better when it's in the right place, doesn't it? Oh, golly gosh. I am so naughty. It does tend to look better when you stick it in the right place. So I'm going to chop off the bottom of her leg. Is that the right... That was on the right leg! Oh, for goodness sake, what am I like? I did put it in the right place to start with. See, this is me all over, guys. I'm literally just crazy. Right, there we go. See, that matches it better. It's good when things turn out how they're meant to. Now let's see if we can get the arms right. Right, so I'm going to cut off her hands. Now I'm actually going to grab my tweezers for this one because I know what I am like. So, I can't really get this one wrong, can I? Because her arm dips like that. So there we go. I can't get it wrong. But what's the betting? I do. There we go. Pop that down there. Give that a little squeeze up to there. And clean that up. Wonderful. And we're just going to chop off her other little hand. And I'm going to hold it with the tweezers again. And this is actually quite a good thing about the glue press, is that I can precisionally put on that glue and I don't have to worry about it. There we go, and I've still got that little bit of wiggle time to make it line up. And there we have her with her orange legs and arms. How cool is that? Now, was there anything else orange that we were meant to be doing? I don't feel like there was. I think that's quite enough. So we've got her ready to go just there, like we have on the other. It's going to look so cool. Oh, yeah. What do I do with that green piece of card? We're also going to do a drop shadow of her, so it helps her stand out a bit better on the card. So what have I done with that die cut? Her face. Oh no, we're not doing anything to her face. No, I'm not doing that to her. The poor dear. I think she's gone through enough trauma. Look at the other card. I would never do such a thing. I am naughty sometimes. There we go, let's pop her on there. I really do need to get a new folder for this. It's getting a bit... It's well loved, I believe is the correct term, isn't it? What people say. Let's put that back up there. She's such a brilliant die cut. She really is one of my favourites from this set. Right, there we go, and we're just going to drop shadow her. Come on, out you come. I know you're a bit fiddly and you don't like it, but come on. Come on, you can do it. Out you pop, you fiddly little madam. There we go, and now she's just as drunk as I am. Right. We're going to pop her over that way, and we're going to... You know what I think we should do? Just do some glue on most of her body, oddy. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because, you know. There we go. And we're just going to drop shadow her down. I'm just going to pull that back because it seems to have fallen a little bit too in line there. How does that work? But there we go. You need to go back there. Go on back there, you naughty. There we go. And we'll just pull you in a little bit. Pop you back behind there because the black card should be on the front. And there we go. We've got her all nice and ready. And she'll stand out quite nicely on the card just there. Oh, I'm so happy. She looks really lovely, doesn't she? Right. And I also love the fact that these dies fit through such a little die cutting machine. Right, we don't want that slipping sliding, so please do stay there. And there we go, just pull that back on through. Now this is going to be the super duper fun part, I believe. So I'm just going to pop those dies back away because I don't want them running off anywhere. Because this is the wondrous thing that I tend to do, is I tend to... Do you guys ever find it that when you use a particular die set and then you're like, I can't remember where that teeny tiny little die's gone, and then 3 days later you find it in your t-shirt or something in your or some silly place, some such silly place? Because I find that a lot. Right, Mr. Pokey Tool. Now I'm going to try and keep all of these in a nice little pile together so that I don't lose any of them. Okay, so those didn't necessarily cut properly. But, well, that one just came out anyway, so... I think if we give it some gentle encouragement, it should dislodge from the cardstock and pop out. It happens occasionally. Well, I'm glad it's not just me that it happens to. Because wouldn't that just be awkward? Now, before I lose my stars, I'm just going to count, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to stick those down first. Now, this is the great thing. I absolutely love my tiny little pick it up tool, because I can literally just pick it up and pop it on. Oh, that's the wrong side. But that's not a problem, because that one's big enough just to pick up and stick anyway. So, big stars. And I'm just kind of jottling them around a little bit. I do love... Oh, this is the great thing about the wax pickup tool, is it works so well. And then I put a little one there. And go flip that and pop that one there. Go on, down you go. You're meant to stay when I put you. And even that tiny little star is just like picked up and gone down. I love it. It's so good. Pop that little one there. Pop that little one there. Pop that little one there. Go on, down you go. Hi Jay, welcome on in. How are you doing, sir? It's lovely to have you here. I'm going to actually recut that die, I feel, because I need some more. I need some more stars. I'm 3 short. We must have the correct amount of stars. Or otherwise I'm going to lose what's left of my... Yeah, OCD. Once I lost a stamp while cleaning and found it months later on the bottom of an ink pad. It was somewhere safe again. I lost it. Memory loss and OCD. I had that happen. A very similar thing happened to me a few months ago. And I thought that I'd completely lost a stamp out of a brand new set that I just bought. And it so turned out that I'd left it. It had gone underneath something else. I think it was between two pieces of acetate on a different set of things. Oh, well, that one's not going to pop out, is it? Right, okay. So that's my wax picky uppy tool. So I'm going to go with that and that. I think we're going to use those ones because there's 3 of them there, and I have 3 spaces. And pick it up with a wax tool, pop it down, pick it up with a wax tool, pop it down. I'm just going to flip that one over so it's the right way up, and pop it down. I love how that looks. That's so cool. Now I'm just going to grab out I still need to cut that die and those 2 dies, but I'm going to need my hot glue gun for this one. And we may need another glue stick. So I should just pop that glue stick there whilst that's warming up. I shall die cut out the last few remaining bits that need die cutting. I was hoping to have gotten an old plastic Dymo label maker to have made a part of the sentiment for the card, but unfortunately I went through town everywhere today and I could not find one anywhere. So it's coming from the Amazon. I've had to order it from the Amazon. Now I want this to bulk up a bit, so I'm just going to use the hot glue. Now my hand's a bit shaky, that's from having gone to the gym. Oh, there we go, pop that down there. And hopefully I can just backfill. There we go. Oh, come on. I do not suggest you touch hot glue like I am. I have semi-asbestos fingers. So it is safe for me to do so. Please do not copy me. Right, I'm just going to use my pokey tool to push that along there, and that should make that a little bit more. Come on, off you come. There we go. I believe that should look really, really cool. And then we will have our lovely witch. Sofa's gone now to the apostle. Oh, bless it. Well, I hope it has a good trip. And it comes back all nice and pretty when it's done. Because that's what we all like, isn't it? So all I'm going to do with this lovely young lady. Now we're done with the... I think we're quite done with that. We're going to... So, part... It does help. Hello, Babs. Welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you're well. I'm really sorry if I missed you when you came in. There we go. Pop a little bit of glue onto her head because I forgot to do that. There we go. And our die cuts are all done. So I know you don't really get very many mice that are purple, but you know what, I think it just matches in with the card, and I just really like it. I really like it a lot because I'm a silly banante. Right, now let's get Mr. Kitty Cat out from his papery cave. I'm horrified about the amount of it's just sucked up. Well, it's probably, you know, it's best that it's gone into the Hoover, isn't it, really? It's best it's gone in. And you know what? You don't have to be horrified by it anymore because it's gone. So, there we go. That saves the hassle, doesn't it? Now, I really want his eyes to be lit up as such. So, I'm just going to get rid of those little specks. And I'm going to cut. I am ever the optimist. A tiny little piece of that. And that should then hopefully... Let's just level that up. I should have done that first, shouldn't I, really? It's a little bit too long. I understood what you meant. So it's fine. You know what? I'm just going to use my dotty tape runner on that, I think. Am I? Apparently I'm not. I wish I could use gems for eyes. But I'm thinking that might be a little bit too far, so look how cool that's come out though. I really like that. Hi Helen, welcome on in. Don't you worry. Do not worry about being late. There's no such thing as late. Certainly not in my lives anyway. And you know what, actually, I think I'm going to do the same as what I did with the Witchy Woo. And I'm just going to die cut a drop shadow for him, because I want him to look pretty on the card. Extra pretty on the card. Oh gosh, I don't know what's going on with me right now, but I'm not feeling so great. We're making a Halloween card today, Helen. And I always tend to find that the second one I make, because like the first one I'll make, and then I'll sit and look at it after I'm finished, and I'm like, I could have improved that by doing this, and I could do that and make it look better, and I can do this, and I can do the other, which is exactly what happened with this one. And now I'm enacting my so-called improvements. I don't know if they are actual improvements or not. We will find out. But this is the original card that I made this afternoon. There we go. I'll just run a little bit of glue all over. And drop shadow Mr. Kitty. There we go. Oh wow, he actually looks really cool drop shadowed. Wow! How cool is that? I really like that. That's turned out so much better than the first one. And there we go. I'm just going to pop some glue. That is the Tonic Precision Gun. Yes, it is. And I'm just going to drop him there. So there we go. We have, this is what we've done so far, guys. How cool is that? I'm loving this. This is so much fun. Like Sarah Flare. I think I need to just remove that little glob, because I need to get in there. How do you find it? I've been looking at it. I'm not sure. Where are you, Helen? Are you in the UK or are you in the US? That's my first question, and then I can kind of answer your question based on your answer to that. You're in England, right? So the best place you can get it from is Bumbleberry Crafts in the UK. There we go. Well, come on in, Empty Nest Scrapper. Don't worry about being late. I've already said several times there's no such thing as being late. There we go. That's looking fabulous, I feel. Right, now on to the sentiment. So I'm going to pop my kitty dies away. I've just had so much fun doing this, guys. Like, seriously. We've done some inky mess. We've made all the mess. I've been using up my scraps. We've been gluing. It's so much fun. So much fun. I've made a mess. But you know what? I don't care. I'm having fun. And that's the main thing, right? I'm just going to pop some of these. I don't want to lose my liquid eyes. That's the thing. I don't want to lose them. And I'm going to pop those bats on. I'll see you soon, Kazmataz. I hope you have a lovely evening, whatever you're doing. And I will see you at the next one. Right. Trying to get a little bit of more of a handle on my space because it's getting out of hand. That is what crafting is about, and I love the fun. It is genuinely so much fun. I need to get all the nasty glues off me. Right, let's pull out the... So I've probably said this like 3 or 4. The precision... No, it is the precision glue press emptiness scrapper. It is just called the precision glue press, which I will put the lid on that before I forget about it because I'm a numpty. So I've said this like 2 or 3 times. All this is a piece of black cardstock that I've gone over with some gilding wax. I didn't do it in any particular way, and I think that that will make the letters stand out. So we are going to do... Hocus on our first one. So Hocus. And I'm going to try and line those up as best as I can. And we got a nice little bit of tape to hold them down with as well. Just going to move that off to the side for the moment. Bring back in my die cutting machine. Pop that in there. Uh-oh. I hope that didn't break anything. Is everything still working? Hopefully everything's still working. But I thought you heard you say tonic and the glue press is by My Sweet Petunia. The glue press, the precision glue press, which is made, but well, it was made in conjunction with My Sweet Petunia by Tonic. So My Sweet Petunia went to them and they said, this is what we want. And Tonic went, no problem, we'll make it for you and produce it for you. And that's kind of like that. I know it's a bit of a... I know that I think Tonic are actually trying to get her to allow them to make their own version of it. So hopefully... Right. I've got to take that out of there. Now I'm just going to get my tweezers back out again. And you can see now why I didn't do that in any particular way, because it makes the letters look really different. Thank you very much. This is kind of where I'm going to go into a bit of a coma. I'm sorry, guys, because trying to concentrate on putting these things down without ruining it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen either, Pam. I know what she's done. Oh god, I sounded like her from Harry Potter. I know what he did. He defiled it with dark magic. Yeah, that's literally what she did. She went round and defiled everything with dark magic. There we go. And this will be And I'm going to put a little bat. I'm pretty surprised as well, to be honest. But then, you know, companies and people do strange things. That's all I'm going to say. She did use, I believe it was Tim Holt she sued. There we go. There we are. Let's just make sure that that actually cuts somewhere it's meant to. What do I think of Michelle's new collections? I think they're blooming stunning. Because I was when she released the last ones, I was actually on my way to work. Because I was working all last week, and I will be working all next week as well. So there will be a few lives this week, nothing next week. But then, do you want to know the really, really great news? Is that for 3 weeks after next week, I am off. So I was meant to be working days, and I saw one of my colleagues message me and said, oh, would you mind doing my set of nights for me? I saw how it would line up with my annual leave, and I went, you know what, I don't mind doing that for you at all, mate. I'm happy to do that for you. So you will have 3 weeks of uninterrupted Gaz. So hopefully you've not all had enough of me. Because if you have, oops. There will be a lot more of me. I just cut a Q instead of an O. Well, there's one way to fix that. There we go. Saves me having to cut out another one. Lots of fun lives to look forward to indeed. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to be sick of the sight of me by the time I'm finished. You'll be like, yes, we'll just pay you to stop streaming. I am slightly nuts. Hello, Alicia. Welcome on in from Arkansas. Where's me C gone? It's come out of the... Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me. These things... There we go. Oh, yes, Jennifer Hot for holidays. Oh, my gosh, that woman is so lovely. I feel for anybody that's caught up in that weather. It's awful. Absolutely awful. And there we go. All we've got to do now is stick down our S. Just got back from the doctor. Report is good. Praying everyone is safe from the hurricane. Oh, well, I'm glad that your report is good. And I do hope that everyone is safe from the hurricane as well, because it's not good. Not good at all. Oh, come here, you naughty little bat. There we go. Pop some glue on your wings and on your little body. And we'll put that just down there. And there we have it, guys. Our lovely Hocus Pocus card. I really like that. So here's the one we've just made, and here's the one I made earlier. I'm definitely going to say that I like the one that I've made on the live. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I've really enjoyed making this. Thank you very much. Oh, hello, Dal. Welcome on in. I hope you are well, my darling. I'm hoping. Ooh. I'm not losing anything. Oh, don't be sorry at all, sweetheart. I'm glad you're here. The new one is see, this is the thing, is that my first card I make of something is never the best. Never the best. And then I sit and I stare at it for a few hours and I'm like, yep. And I think, hello, Laurie Full, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I sit and I think and I'm like, yeah, I can improve that by doing this, and I can improve and I can improve. And I think that's the best thing that we all do, is that we can all sit down and say, yeah, I've looked at this and I can do it a little bit better, and I've tweaked it, and I think this looks flipping stunning. So I believe all that it needs now is the final, the final little bit to it, which I feel may or may not be the most important bit to it, but that's just me. But you know me, guys, I'm terrible. So this is what I think is the most important part of it, because every card made by me has to have the handcrafted by Gaz stamp. So I think that just finishes it off. Absolutely, it's fantastic. We've had a absolutely great time making it, I feel, and I'm just so glad it's turned out the way it has. I mean, especially look at that iridescence on that glitter. How fabulous. I think it's absolutely, and I can't believe I made it. That's all I'm saying. Cannot believe I made it. Oh gosh, I'm getting a bit coffee. I think that might be my voice telling me it might be time to end the live. So on that note, I will say an absolutely amazing thank you to everybody for being here. Helen, I bought it from an advert on Instagram, I believe. But if you just type personalised stamp into Google, it should pull out a few companies, and you should be able to see exactly what's on offer. So yeah, as I was saying, thank you all so much for being here. It's absolutely wonderful to have you all back, especially after I had such a long break due to my health and bereavement in my family. If you want to check in the description box, there are some links that help support the stream. Absolutely, completely, whatever. It's not an issue. If you want to, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. None of it incurs any extra charge to you if you do use them. If you do have any crafty questions whilst I'm not live, do not hesitate to email me at askme@handcraftedbygaz.co.uk, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening, day, morning, wherever you are in the world. I love you all lots. Thank you so much for being here again. And I will see you all on the next one. Love you. Bye.